All right, welcome back. This is our final installment of our what we're calling the Birchwood house, the Birchwood project. We have the house sold, the house is under contract, and we are eagerly excited for a mid-August closing.
Yeah, so everything we talked about in the previous episodes was we were worried about timing on market, we were worried about price, we were worried about doing the renovations, should we do it or not. We definitely got hit with the bad timing and we were right on with that. I think 3 months ago, this probably would have sold with multiple offers, 10, 15,000 higher. But sometimes you can't wait. We can't wait till next spring. You know, we can't sit on money that we're out. So we decided to do it, and I think it paid off. We were thinking as is about 300 to 310 is what we were talking about. I think we would have been around 290, and not to mention we would have sat longer, right? Wouldn't you say? I mean, maybe another month or two. I mean, the comp down the street that was sold came back on the market because it fell through for financing reasons, and they sat for another month and a half after they came back on the market. So
yeah, that was kind of a shaky time. We were kind of nervous at that point because our house had been on the market for a while. We were hoping that house would have been off the market, kind of out of our radar, and then it came back active, and so we were like kind of nervous. You know, it was under our price, but we're really excited about the work we did. You know, and Ryan, why don't you talk about that? It kind of got our sale done quicker.
Yeah, that was nice that getting that work done was able to sell it faster, even though we were higher priced, like Jonas was saying, than that other house. And also with the work that we did, we had a really clean home inspection that buyer had, so that was really nice. Just a couple really small items to fix up.
yeah, along with the inspection, the appraisal pressure, I felt like it was completely off because we sold for a lower price than what we could have, you know, in the spring or whatever. But we had all these comps from the spring, and I felt like our quality was there or better. So we didn't have to sit and sweat bullets, you know, after an accepted offer, wondering if we're going to get axed 10,000, 15,000 on an appraisal, which has happened in the past when we've over improved a home. Another thing too, the buyer's excited, right? Jonas, you've been kind of working with the buyer's agent.
Yeah, we've had good contacts with the buyer's agent. She's been saying how the buyer's really excited about the home, and her children are excited about moving into it and helping her move into it. And so that's the biggest part of why this is a fun house, because we're giving this buyer, we're putting a house in their hands that doesn't need anything. She's going to be able to be turnkey in that place for a long time and just really enjoy it, you know.
All right, so lesson number one, I sound like a broken record, but timing. We're in this market, we're realtors, but we messed up on that one, and we kind of had our hands tied. It was our concern going in, and I wouldn't say it backfired, but it hindered us. So consider that. That's a huge key to selling.
Lesson number 2 is find your before price and your after price, and then set that budget and be disciplined within it, because you got to let the projects just flow into each other. For us, we started in that kitchen flooring. We knew that had to happen, and that led to countertops, appliances, carpeting in the main level, down level, and painting. And then you have to be disciplined and hit that stop loss. Set that and be disciplined. Say, we're not gonna go over this amount that you established from the beginning, because the worst thing is when all of a sudden you've overspent and you're really nervous and your house is on the market and you are just praying that you get that offer, and just changes the game. So, and as you're going, just remember, as you keep fixing things, it's hard to hit the brakes and pull back, because you're like, oh man, we've got it so far, we could do this and we could do that and we could do this. But you just have to be disciplined. Say we're a few hundred away from our goal. We got to be landing this airplane here.
The third lesson is from the home inspection and construction standpoint, is that some people miss the fundamentals, and they just focus more on the cosmetic stuff in a home. And in this particular home, we got really lucky with structural was great, and all the safety issues were in good place. So just doing the cosmetic stuff to the house, we were able to really concentrate on a great quality product, and I think it turned out really well in the end.
Things I just want to note: if you're a seller out there and maybe you have a little bit more flexibility or freedom than we did, when you're trying to flip a house, if you will, you got to get it on market when you're ready. You just have holding costs; it gets really expensive. But if you're there and you're a seller and you have the freedom to maybe wait a little bit longer, I would just say it might be a smart move just to hang out till that spring market, because from what we saw, we probably could have sold this house for significantly more with multiple offers during that early spring market.
Let's be honest, okay, so realtors, this is a topic a lot of people talk about in our industry, consumers. A house sells itself, and it also sells because of timing on the market, and your realtor has their ear to the ground. If they're doing their job, they're out there, they know what's moving, when things are moving, how quickly they're moving. Let them guide you with the timing. And if they're telling you wait a few months and you're okay with that, I'd say listen to that advice, because timing is everything in real estate. You can have all the marketing campaigns you want, but if buyers aren't out there looking, it doesn't matter. So find a realtor you trust and that will treat you fairly financially, and communicate, and
don't list on the 4th of July week.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
But we did, and our hands are tied on that. And investments are different, Like Jonas was saying, like the cost of the debt, to have that money out is, outweighs the benefit of waiting sometimes. There's just a bigger buyer pool. So the timing of the school year ending, or just the weather getting nice, people have been waiting throughout the winter to list their home or to start looking for homes, or you got residents coming into town for Mayo Clinic. Obviously, Mayo Clinic's a huge driver of our market. So,
and safely to say, if you go back, look at the spring market and comp out our property, those houses were selling $340,000, $350,000. So there was $20,000 on the table if we would have been able to hit the market in that early spring. But the situation with this one just didn't allow that.
Yeah, so if you're a seller and you have a real estate agent come to you in July and tell you your house is worth $330,000 right now in this current market, you have another realtor tell you $360,000, don't always shut down that first agent and hear them out, because they might say, because of the timing, yes, we have comps that are higher. I would suggest waiting. If you want to sell now, this is probably the price. And I think either way, that high offered agent or low offered agent, your price is going to be where it's going to be. Hey, thanks for joining us on this episode. Feel free to check out our other episodes and other content and links to other things we mentioned in these videos at dwellrochester.com in our blog section.
Follow us on Facebook. We're on Instagram as well. And don't forget, as John said, go to our website for any of your real estate needs. Dwell Realty Group is here to serve you in this market.